truth.
Alright, it's Troughtella. Look, I don't wanna be no KIA when I'm hitting these roads. So I just say, look, listen to the sound. Here it goes. Here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, look. To hear the sound of the Nokia, got it blocking us, cause me and my girl were starting to chop it up. We're trying to think of a way of getting away, because we don't wanna keep on boxing up. So she says to me, can you please turn it on silent? I said, babe, what if it gets violent? That's why she said, look, that's the reason why, that we gotta use our mindset. So I say, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Look, don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Yeah, look. So I'm on the street, I hear the sound, it's ringing in my ears. I'm holding on, clinging on, feeling to myself that I gotta cling it on. Look, why do I keep on packing this? Look, it's cereal. Look, I feel like I've got too many cereal bowls with cocoa pops and frosted flakes. And I'm thinking to my kitchen, look, it's a mistake, it's dirty. I don't wanna live in this life that people call dirty. I just wanna make it worthy. I wanna make cash for my children, I wanna make cash for my women, I wanna make cash for my family. But I don't wanna get catched for the cash, cause I don't wanna be put in a catch. You get what I'm saying, fam? So look, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, look. Here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, look, look. So I don't wanna be KIA on the roads. That's meaning like I don't wanna be killed in action. And that's why I bring a Nokia, so I can make it up, I can start blocking you. If I have to ring someone just to come and get me, or even chop it up. Look, I'm just thinking to myself, that's what I need in my life. Somebody that can keep on blocking up. Look, so look, is it safe to say the drug game is the way? No, it ain't. We just pick up the mics just to change our waves. Look, that's why I'm waving away. Thinking to myself, I'm wondering when that day will come when I can throw this away. Look, and all I wanna say is, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, don't go down. Here we go again, here we go again. Look, look, look. So when I was in that bed, I had my bed butcher joint, as I said, he was my dad. You remember what he said? He said, son, you gotta change your life and do what you can to get the bread. He told me about when a man tried to rob his house, never severed his arm dead. Look, and that's how he survived, trying to save his own family's life, just because of a little bit of cash. And that's the catch. Do you wanna be dead from another man, just because of what you got, fam? Here we go again, here we go again. Don't go down. Alright, it's Kai, and I'm out.